Is it any better, guys? Because I'm still getting red on my OBS. Less. Okay. Oh, I don't even know what to do. I guess we just carry on and just hope for the best, right? Okay, I guess we'll do that. And, yeah, that's what we'll do. So we're done here. We're done here, for now at least. Can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose. So where to next? So we've been pretty much everywhere here now, haven't we? We actually have visited every area here. Yeah. Yep. So despite the fact that it's used up a whole day to do so, carry on, but after you're done you can try the sentence got cut off. God damn it. We're not going to have enough days. Yeah, I already switched to another server. I switched to France. I switched to France and doing an internet connection test. I already know my internet is absolutely appalling, so there's nothing I can physically do about that. Other stuff, potentially restarting with the router, but is it still bad? That's the thing. I don't know what else to do at this point. I guess we go to Les Halles and find the flower seller. Prince Juan said that he met a flower girl here. Sing, I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself. She should probably act with tact and finesse, or tact with finesse. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady, we would like a word. Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this. Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? You're not getting buffering. Well, that's good. Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from my lady. I'm afraid that I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you would be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead. 'Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and he has said dumb things ever since. Hey! Let me introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signe? That's right. Catherine Marie Signe. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. How did you know? I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that a rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads, so would you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? Business is slow. Please ask away. Who bought your last rose? Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to? The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like Ardoin. I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty. Oh, what is that? Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. That sounded off. Mademoiselle, it just so happens that we're defending this particular fox in our court disease or whatever. If you have something to say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs. I can't. Wait. Mademoiselle Sign, wait up. Damn. Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off. The Swan obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agreed. But I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. Why, yes? You find her weird? I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Hush. They did actually warn me about that. I may have fucked up entirely. I guess we're going to the Chocolat Emporium then. Welcome to Landa Hagerslak's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I am Landa Hagerslak, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers, very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Oh, but the idea, I see. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. For pity's sake, Sparrows, for pity's sake, restrain yourself, Harrison. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate? Yes. No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first. We believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are you correct? Or are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademarked Hagerslak wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagerslak chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask, Monsieur Hagerslak. Who bought it? Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagerslak? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor, you understand, because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I had dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I could probably do, monsieur. Let me think who to ask about. We need to get this right. Major Howe, Juan Corrado, Cornell. What about Juan? Have you ever served Juan Carrado, the Prince of Spain? A Prince of Spain? No, monsieur. Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend. I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that is any help. You see, I met the girl while hiking through the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. Who to ask about? What about the swan woman? Have you ever served a flowering-selling swan named Catherine Marie Sigd? No, monsieur. What are you thinking, Falcon? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. If she were the chocolate fiend, then our investigation would become much simpler. But since she's not, let me think who to ask about. I have no fucking idea, honestly. Do we not have the person? What about Major Howell? Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur, I have served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory. What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead? Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There's still the possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find. I see. I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I didn't want to hear that story. Monsieurs, I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Mayhaps you should come back another day. Oh, God. I'm really screwing this up. I might have to give this up. Well, I didn't know that that was going to happen. Oh, Jesus. God. Les Loops? Well, let's do it anyway, because it's entirely optional, so... Ooh, this looks intriguing. A storm is brewing, my brother. Word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats grow confident. The bourgeoisie are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. Rats. Or... yeah, it looked like rats. Okay. I don't know. I guess we'll go see R&M Associates. Doesn't take any time to visit, thankfully. Oh, customers. Hello. Is this the office of Renard Volps? Ah, it's you two. Mousy, what are you doing here? Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Volps and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's not normally Monsieur Volps who chooses which cases to take on. I see. Well then, can we speak with Monsieur Volps? Oh, I'm afraid that won't be possible. See, Monsieur Volps is on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England. England? But he is set to return in a week or two. Maybe you can come back then. That's no good to us. Our case will be over by then. There's nothing to be done about it. I suppose we'll have to come back later. Oh, Jesus. Running out of options. I guess we'll go to here, because we haven't been here yet. I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If you wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions. Ooh, that's pretty good thinking. Oh, you two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Cornell. That's great to hear, Han. Will it be the usual? Welcome back, Brett. No, I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp. We wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, Han, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois. You could forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Powell, playing cards in the attic, same as always. We get all sorts of colourful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattled enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madame. Let's see where to start. Let's go to the card room. Come on, Powell. Just one more game of Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer is no, Rufus. I'm skinned. If you want to play cards, you have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Sure, why not? Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur. Very well then. Do you know how to play? Nope. Ain't got a clue. I'm only familiar with Seago and Tap Farok. Wow. Alright, you can stop with the... You can stop with the T's now, alright? Please. Oh, but this is much better than those silly games. Let me tell you how this works. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I deal you one card at a time. If you hit 21, you win. I give you 5 francs. That seems a little steep. This is a man's game, monsieur. Only children gamble over petty sous. Besides, higher stake me for a more exciting game, right? I suppose so. Go for 21, okay. 3. Hit me. 2, 5, hit me. 10. So what are the chances that I can get 5, 6? Hit me. 1. Oh. I don't want to get too high, right? Let's stand. Yeah! Nice. Well played, monsieur. Here's your payout. Shall we have another round? Yeah, do it. Let's do it. Deal me in, monsieur. At this point, if I lose this, then it doesn't matter because I've already won 5 francs, so I'll just lose the same 5 francs that I won. So I've got 6. 16 already. 17. I don't think I'm going to get better than that. Darn it! Well, we lost the 5 francs that we gained. Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another... Oh, God, I'm... gambling. I can't help myself. Alright, let's do this. 8 already. 14. 19. Oh, I ain't gonna get better than 19. I win. Oh, wait, no, he got to 20. Oh my god. Damn it. I'm gonna have to play again to get my 5 francs back. This is where it starts, guys. The beginning of the end. 4, 10. Damn it! Ugh, 49. I've got plenty of money. What? This is the last one, guys. This is the last one. Win or lose, this is the last game. $4 50. Hey! Easy peasy. Okay, well, I made a net loss of 5 francs, but I'm done. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur. I understand. Feel free to come back anytime. No, you don't. So there I was, in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar, a big stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun, I carefully took aim, and then bam! You shot it. No, it was a most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me nan went the same way. That's what I thought. When I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Whoa, it was rabid? Possible, but I don't think so. I remembered reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen a Juan Cuerdo around here. Juan Cuerdo. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor. That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that, Piero? Ain't got a clue. Sorry, messieurs. You're barking up the wrong tree. What can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Shame it isn't quite like the blackjack I know, otherwise I'd gamble more and more. Yeah, I don't feel like gambling any more than I've already done. Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something? I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at a library, monsieur, not a tavern. A library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering, monsieur. What about the boar? Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, can I help you? You say that the beast we're tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess that it ate something bad. I once saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm not a hunter. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Let's give them some peace. Well... Nah. Hulk Cruton, welcome to the stream, dude. Good to have you. Are we ready to hit the road? Yeah, sure, I guess. We're not getting anywhere with this investigation. It's awful. We're running out of time as well. The trial is going to be soon. Oh, we could go to the library. Okay, let's do that. Here for a little light reading, are we? Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poisoned pork. The other piece of advice. If you want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works? Readings for squares. I'm enjoying modern works. I like modern novels. Have you read The Three Musketeers yet? Has heaps of romance, intrigue, and action. You would love it, Sparrowson. Don't patronize me, Falcon. Of course I've read The Three Musketeers. Despite its contrived narrative turns, I enjoy the novel's scathing critique of our current socio-political climate. Wow, that's quite an insightful review. Wait a minute, you just memorized that single sentence to sound well read, didn't you? Maybe. Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur, as the only quiet person in the library, I am assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do, yeah. I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote of La Mancha? It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody, but for those who haven't... I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur, but what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop, if the French translation of publishing information wasn't a giveaway. I see, thank you. Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geological news and the like, or geopolitical news even. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yes, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, could you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although, it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemonlin. I hope that answers your question. Did you catch all of that, Sparrowson? Not a word! Monsieur, we're actually interested in Prince Juan or Juan Corrido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. A Prince Juan Corrido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain, and I'm not even sure Corrido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing is for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? Yep. Don't worry, Monsieur. I think we're done here. Thanks for your time. Then I bid you good day. Alright. So, the problem being that we don't have enough time left, really. Well, I assumed we didn't have much time left, but it seems that we can now visit everywhere without actually spending any time. So, that's good, I guess. Oh no, we do need to go to the Justice Palace. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grand Instance. Wait. Oh no! Shit! I started the trial without... Oh... This is awful. We've got nothing. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. Absolutely, I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bringing the truth to light, say, an admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you cease your yammering, the door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. We will. Are we ready? No, we're not. We're not ready. We are undoubtedly not ready. We have missed so many lines of inquiry. It's insane. The real one. Yeah. Good one, Brett. Severin. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. Hey, Remu, how's it doing? How's it doing? How's it going? How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity to redeem your previous embarrassments. But this is how you act before the trial has even started. Why, you pompous-tailed posture perfect. Order, order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Psst, Falcon. What is it? Is it me, or does the primary judge look a bit hairier today? I've had a busy Easter and almost saw a fight at McDonald's. Wow, that's awesome, Remu. Wouldn't be the first time. Jeez, that is a cool day that you've had. That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still a little strange, isn't it? Not really. There is a dozen judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we sue different ones in different cases. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, assessors, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Corrido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. Defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good. Very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honour. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. Well, the fact that I'm giving him a bad guy voice should probably tell you that he may well be a bad guy. I'm also pinning my ideas that he's a bad guy as well. 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So we're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. I'm afraid, guys, that I am definitely going to fail this trial because I have missed out on a lot of evidence. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Just Folletti. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Just Folletti. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That would do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Whoa, Cocorino is really going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Church Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand, and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem like very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping that coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Yes, Remu, that's how I feel about it too. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honour, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. High-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh. This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it. For now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination. Alright, so this is going to be problematic. This is the evidence we have? This is bollocks. Died of poisoning. 10 o'clock in the morning. Brilliant. Wait, hold on. What does it say about Major Howell? So we found that page, but we don't know what it is. This is... yeah, I've got nothing, I don't think. Let's just go on this one. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was? He was not certain. At first the coroner posited there was a plant-borne poison like that of an aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested there may have been some newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. I guess? How was he poisoned? How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? The pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Hat was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable! Only a total buffoon could fail to draw that blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was in fact the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvellous thought. We pricked the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there is no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives, and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay, because the general punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. A marvellous suggestion. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but with the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. This isn't America, yeah, I know, right? Shots fired. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong. There was something at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked. The chocolate, I guess. I can't believe we're actually getting anywhere with this trial, but this is probably the furthest that we'll end up getting. Look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at? It is a paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre, the Salle de Toubre to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Yeah, okay. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Outstanding unprofessionalism. prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish, I'll take my leave until next time, messieurs. So, let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident? I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify, if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain Major Howe consumed this chocolate? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I thought that's what they were going for, Remu. That the dog just ate the chocolate, and it's not a murder, it's a accidental death or a suicide, but apparently these people don't follow the rules of animal. The rules of animal. Do you know for certain that Major Howe consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact we are still investigating. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that it may require a little more time to definitively prove. So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howe consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He's a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hello? Hello? Oh, right. The oath. I swear to speak without hatred or without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley. I'm a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you're a fisherman? Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? You're kind of speaking a bit too quick. Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the Kingfisher. Clearly you must be a fisherman, because you didn't hear all Kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And can a man not carrying a fishing rod reel and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry your riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you actually ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with not health problems, carry a cane? Shots are fired. This is veering quite off course. Could the prosecution please get back to the questions? Of course, Your Honour. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon the railing of the Pont des Arts. The Pont des Arts? That's the new bridge that's just a stone throw from the Louvre's south entrance, correct? That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? So you had plenty of opportunities to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Could you tell us who you saw? Well, it is a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 AM, I saw the King, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building, surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then around 9:30, I saw the shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Your Honour, I object to the witness use of the term with shifty-looking. It's a vague and biased description. No, really, he looks super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of the rose, you say, as if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Oh, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if we have any evidence that calls Twasson's story into doubt. Your Honour, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really? It's nonsense again. You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying a poison on a rose. What is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honour. Ugh. Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Make a fool out of yourself. And this is where we make a fool out of ourselves. Ugh, I've got nothing. I literally have nothing. I guess we start questioning. Monsieur Kingsley, you say that you saw a fox rubbing the stem of a rose. Yep, saw it with my own eyes. Are you certain that the fox was handing a rose and not some other type of flower? Pretty sure the red petal stands out quite nicely on a grey January morning. So you are confident, you are absolutely sure that you clearly saw a bright red flower in the fox's hands? What are you getting at, JJ? I have reason to believe that Prince Juan didn't possess a rose at all. I have no idea where I'm going with this. I think he may have been in possession of a spring of monkshood. Where did I even get this from? Or even just a simple daisy? Really? You're claiming that Prince Juan did not possess a rose, despite 22 witnesses testified to see him handing a rose to the king? This is a ludicrous line of inquiry. There is no doubt that Prince Juan possessed a rose on the day of the murder. Agreed. Defense, knock it off with this moronic way of thinking. Shit. How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 meters perhaps? 30? I'm somewhat doubtful that you can make out powder being applied to anything at those sort of distances. Monsieur, I don't claim to have seen the powder myself. It said that it looked like he was applying powder to the flower stem. It could have been a wax or liquid or whatever, but the guy was definitely putting something on the flower. I see. Well, that's nice and vague. No. Monsieur Kingsley, you claimed that you saw a shifty-looking fox. Yep, super mega shifty. There must be at least 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know that the fox that you saw was Prince Juan? Well, he was wearing a suave hat that hung low over his eyes. I hear that's how they wear them in Spain. I'm not much of a fashion expert. The rest of his outfit looked like quite out of place for the French winter. Is that all you're going by? His fashion sense? Oh, I nearly forgot. I heard him call a passerby Senor. I thought that was peculiar. Well, that's him alright. Shit. That's definitely stalling if I say so myself. We're gonna go through every single one. Monsieur Kingsley, you say you saw the king himself enter the Louvre. Indeed I did. Who did you see in the king's entourage? Well, there was the king himself, obviously. Then there were quite a few guards. Maybe 4 or 5, including a big dog who I hear is the guy who died, Major Howe. I think that was all. I see. No, that seems about right. Yep. Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you? Yep, the Pont d'Arts. Yep, the Pont d'Arts is a great vantage point to see the Grand Gallery's south side. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from the Tuileries Gallery, Gardens, or the Place de Carousel? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course, that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince John entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. Ugh. Case failed, I'm pretty sure at this point. What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from... That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the north? Well, no. Then perhaps you should keep your pointless speculations to yourself. Agreed. Defense, please cease with this blatant time-wasting tactic. Damn it. Really? What evidence? Oh, page 44 was found in the Tuileries Garden by Louvre's west entrance. Let's just skip through this. Yeah. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens? I should have examined the evidence before I went down this line of inquiry, but... as a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ, show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens. How about this? Look at this. A book page? Page 44 of Don Quixote, specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realise what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in Tuileries Gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont d'Arts. What? I know what I saw, monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon. Maybe the defendant took the long way round. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery? Let's not say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. You are fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from the Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, then he took the long way round. How dare you! The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts! I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I've said is the truth. I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See, he admits it himself. That's not what I meant. Well, that's something, I guess, but we're about to run out of evidence for sure now. Yeah, bringing out the Occam's razor, serious skills there. Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. Ah, no! This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something, I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Hare 5 tortoise trial. It's that late already? Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. It is a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Yes, alright. I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Get in! Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. We saved ourselves. That's close. I thought we were going to lose the trial. But it gives us some more time. It buys us some time. Versus not 5 neat? What do you mean? What? I'm confused. Yeah, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand? Well, it's possible that he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan. Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus. Oh, hate versus 5. Alright, I see. Hair. Okay. He's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against the Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. Excuse me? Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon? Sorry to bother you, but this letter has just arrived. I think it's for you. A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, hush, Barrison. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, is your phone playing up? Fair enough. Ooh, good comeback. So what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a fret. A fret made with cut-out newspaper letters. Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon. Stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howe's murderer. He or she must be aware they were getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right, but why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We're still going ahead with our investigation though, right? Oh yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count. Ooh, okay. So, at this point, guys, I'm gonna stop the stream. I think this is a good place to pause. Sorry I didn't get to Epistory, but maybe we can play it another day. I was interested in the storyline behind this game. It's very, very nice. I think this is definitely one we can do again, for sure. I want to keep this up, try and get through the game. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do on this particular case, but since I've already kind of messed up the first day a bit, but at least we're still in the case somehow. We have a little bit of evidence. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will be streaming tomorrow for sure. Be doing a bit of Stardew Valley. And keep an eye out because I'm going to be doing some giveaways as well soon. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put some more information in Discord. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Easter. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, I definitely want to play this again sometime. So I'll keep it on my radar for sure. It's definitely an interesting game. Maybe next Saturday? Potentially. There's a lot of games that I've started and not finished. So maybe this will be one where I actually do finish it for once. So, you know. Yeah, so let me do save and quit. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, and yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow, or whenever I see you. Peace out.